Hey there, everyone. Jacqueline Jax from AVA Live Radio here with another live music review. Hope you guys are enjoying these segments we do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and hopefully Thursday if I can actually get the computer to update in time enough for to actually make it on the show. In any case, I've got some new music to go through. I thought maybe you guys might want to do it with me, and that's kind of fun. I also have some daily jacks to record for our podcast over on all of the streaming platforms. So depending on where you pick us up, there's links down in the description box if you want to check those out. We've got a great podcast filled of music business, industry, culture, indie artist interviews, and lots of live music. So it's really, really fun around here. I've been here a long time, actually. So in any case, leave your comments below. Let's go into the first song while I get ready here. I'm going to read some of this music news on these bulletins and see if there's anything that you might really like to hear about, and then I can tell you my take on it. So first one is Apple Boy. May is the name of the band. Let's check them out.
I feel you, babe. Your muscles are a metaphor, a figure of speech. Every move historical. Your mind is a book with stories that you never tell. Can I take a look? I promise not to give you hell, unless you want it. I take a bite. You taste like apple sour sweet. I kinda like my crunchy boys gluten free. I know you're sensitive and you bruise easily. You're the bad apple I like to eat. You're so nutritious, you keep the doctor away. You're so delicious, too good to keep on display. You're so nutritious, you keep the doctor away. You're so delicious, too good to keep on display. You're the bad apple I like to eat. You're the bad apple I like to eat.
Pretty good stuff, actually. I really like it. Why is this playing? It's like, stop. Yeah, that was May. I've never heard of her before. Apple Boy. I like that. Bad apple that I like to eat. Yeah, I think everybody's been in that situation for sure. It's a relatable song, and it's got a like a really nice catchy melody. I like songs like that because they're easy to place on radio for sure. You know, I mean, when you're designing your song and creating, it's like you have this side that's like, I have to protect my creativity, right? I have to just go with the flow. It's not always easy. I mean, look, I'm an artist. I know it's not easy to take like something and mold it into something that it's supposed to be. You know, it's easier to just go ahead and just create and see what you end up with. And it takes a while before you get to a point where you're like, okay, I know what I do best and I'm going to do that, you know? And then add in a little bit of extra joie vive, you know, like something a little touch of this and a little touch of that you've seen out there or that you're inspired by and you want to add to it. And I think music kind of goes along that same direction, you know. In the beginning, like all the artists are testing out different things and trying out different things and experimenting. And for some, I think at some point you always are experimenting and you're always growing, but they don't really stray once you get to a certain point away from what they're great at too often. that usually just happens in the beginning and is the big sign of an undeveloped artist because they're still in the development phase. Now, we do a lot with that here, like there's a lot of artists that I've played on the show that like, maybe 6 months, a year. If you look at the entire amount of songs that they pushed out with us, probably they're not all the same. Probably they're not all like in the same vein, and we can't market them the same way to get the same result. And that happens a lot. And, for the artists from that standpoint, it's hard for them to keep their fans interested. They'll lose a lot of fans every time they release something that isn't in the same vein or have that same excitement or energy as what was previously released. And that's something that you have to keep in mind. So when I listen to these songs, I always am interested to see if this is like the product after the development or is this on the way to the development, because that makes a big difference if you're going to tackle somebody and take them on. It's of course easier if you guys are staying in the same vein, because then I kind of like, you can build momentum, right? Because like when you're marketing, you can say, okay, we got this song, oh, it did really well, that's great, hang on, I have another one for you. And that way you can keep those same DJs really knowing the brand and really kind of getting interested in an artist. And by like the 5th or 6th song, they're like, hey, when do they have something else coming in? Because my fan base really likes them. That doesn't happen if an artist is constantly switching it up all the time. Just wanted to start out with a little words of wisdom for you guys if you are out there making music. So Calling in Sick is next on my list. Who's this by? STRVCK. So I mess up names really badly. This one is a challenge. Struck, like maybe the V is really a U, but they're trying for something, like visually interesting, and struck was taken. So could be. I don't know. You guys haven't told me yet. Calling in Sick.
Want your hand all over me, bell loops up my jeans, push me back, then pull me close. You're so fucking sweet, I swear I feel it in my teeth. Looks you give, it cuts straight through me, brings me to my knees. Tonight's too good to let it end. We're calling in sick. We should probably stay in bed. We're calling in sick in the morning. Drink tonight, time won't be wasted. You and I, toast to the greatest night of nights. Come on, let's face it. We're calling in sick in the morning. We got everything we need, there's no need to leave. Wanna take it, make you whole. Bite your lip between your teeth, trying not to speak. Won't stop till you tell me so. You're so fucking sweet, I swear I feel it in my teeth. Looks you give, it cuts straight through me, brings me to my knees. Tonight's too good to let it end. We're calling in sick in the morning. We should probably stay in bed. We're calling
That's a really cool song. I like it. But you know what? The name, I was just reading about the name of the band here on there. This is why you have to update. You have to keep a really cool story on your profile. Because, see, like, I would not be able to say anything about this band. And this is what's going to mark this band in your memory is this story I'm about to, like, totally chill you down with. So the band, I think, Struck, derives its name from a nearly fatal accident. Gotcha, right? Like, you're like, what? Now we're all paying attention. A nearly fatal accident where singer Chelsea Seth Woodward was struck by a bolt of lightning while inserting a key into the driver's side door of his vehicle. Hello. I mean, like, that can happen? I didn't even know that could happen. Now I'm like, I'm going to watch myself. I mean, of course, I don't live in Florida anymore, so it's kind of like not going to happen to me. But with that being said, if you live somewhere where there's lightning and lots of thunderstorms, you got to watch. Now we know you cannot insert the key into the driver's side door of your vehicle without getting struck by lightning if there's lightning present. I mean, like, you know, what are the odds of getting struck by lightning? It's not going to for sure happen. It's just, it could happen. He was subsequently rushed to the hospital, I can imagine, suffering a large cut on the back of his head, a concussion, and some short-term memory loss. Miraculously, he emerged from the event with no long-term injuries. Dang. Wow. I'm glad we played that song. Good to you for surviving lightning. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine getting struck by lightning? Let me just like take that in for a second because I can totally not imagine that. But now you're going to remember Struck, correct? You're going to remember the beat, the coolness of the song, but you're going to remember the story. And that's what just made that band like go to the next level in a long list of music. Now I'm going to like go to their Instagram page. I'm going to go hang out with them. I'm going to go see what's going on and see if they're like making any the crazy lightning decisions. How was my day, Mama Husky? Rat Queen, you saw my Instagram post. Yeah, if you haven't seen my Instagram post, I tend to flick through the Instagram reels a lot because they're funny. And every so often I run into a reel that I'm like, ooh, that looks really fun. I'm going to try that. So today I ran into a reel that it was to a rap song, and it said, if you count from 1 to 20 during the rap song, it will look like you know all the words to the rap song. So I'm like, ooh, okay, let's try it. You know, so I did it. And of course I put Sky in it because she was sitting down and I got to her. She always gives me kisses. So I figured you guys would like to see the husky. So I was like, okay, let's do it. So I did it. And literally I did it in one recording. All I did was count to 20 and it kind of looks, I don't think it looks exactly right. And it's a filter challenge, just so you know. So like they don't really all have to come out perfect, but like it kind of looked good, right? Do you think it kind of looked like I was knowing the song? Except it had a man's voice, but still, there's so much fun to do. I'm going to do another one tonight for sure. Not that one, but I'll look for another filter and I'll put another one up. I watch them a lot on Instagram. Yeah, and TikTok is another place that has them. So, like, sometimes I'll go to TikTok, and this one, actually, I couldn't find on TikTok, so I couldn't, like, purpose it over there. I have to do something else for TikTok, so I'll have to figure it out. But, like, literally, I'll just scroll through, and I kind of am more entertained by just seeing them and then not thinking about what it is that I'm going to do and just adding my own sense of humor to them. And it's funny how you guys think I have a really good sense of humor. I kind of do, I guess, just the fact that I'm willing to make fun of myself. But I like to laugh. So, you know, very often I will do something that completely makes me look like a complete fool. And I'm totally fine with it. Totally fine with it. All right, let's go and Madison Old's Hero. Let's listen to that one.
Maybe I wake up one day with a power that I can't explain. It's cool at first, but it gets worse once people start to know my name. And they leave it up to me, decide wrong from right, and keep watching as they see. Whoa, but no one's watching me. Oh, would I be a hero? Could I let the fear go? Put my back against the wall. Do I fight or do I fall to my ego? Oh, would I be ashamed? Would I hide behind a mask and a cape? Am I strong enough to take the blame? When the good goes bad, whole world turns mad. Is there anybody left to save? And would they want me to if I could? Would I be a hero? Could I let the fear go? Put my back against the wall. Do I fight or do I fall to my ego? Oh, would I be? 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 Leave it up to me, decide wrong from right, and keep watching as they see. Oh, but no one's watching me. Oh, would I be a hero? Oh, could I let the fear go? Put my back against the wall. Do I fight or do I fall to my ego? Oh, would I be a hero? Would I be a hero?
Okay, that like was great in so many ways. She not only like tapped into that really, really cool area of her voice where it's just really expressive, and she did a great job singing it, almost like a balladeer, you know, but like a pop balladeer, and kind of like a very young pop balladeer, like a young voice, you know. But like I love the rhymes in the song. The lyrics were incredible. Like that's got hit song written all over it, right? And because it's like a movie soundtrack song. So one, I would definitely start pitching that to radio without a doubt. Like, as I would not give up on this song. Like this is a song that you would take and you would literally keep working with it over a course of a year to try and get it to rise from the ashes, because there are songs that you can put out there and they build brand and they do a good job, and you know, then people are ready for the next one. But this is a song that you can take so much farther because of the content, the lyrics, the way she's delivered. She's like a pack. She's already got like a package. If she has more songs like this, then she's going to be considered a really, really cool, great songwriter. She could be even like another Sia. You don't know. You know what I mean? So like with some marketing and the right exposure, this is someone who could really take this completely to the next level, and very, very quickly, because it's a powerful song and it's a great launching song for a new artist. So that's my advice for that one. And I'm sure she's going to hear that when she comes and listens to this show later. Now, remember, the live shows are up for as long as we can keep them up. I do notice that sometimes the content ID does block the shows. And so some of you are like, oh, the show went down. They are still there. Some of them we delete if, like, you know, if it's been a while and we figure, you know, like, it's not really important to put it back up because we've got more live shows to do, right? We do them 4 a week. So it's not really that big of a deal if the content ID blocks it and we can't get it passed and something happens behind the scenes with YouTube where it just doesn't work out. Not a big idea. But I do appreciate you guys sharing them because they are up for at least 30 days before that happens. And that's kind of cool because we like the artists can share it, they can hear the feedback, and they can screen record the whole like segment of them on the show. So like I think it's really valuable for maybe you to take a screen video of the review that I do and put it out there on all your social media pages, because that's really something people will be interested in hearing, that perspective. And it's going to like help you embed your brand into your fan base, because they're going to be like, oh yeah, that's so right. You know what I mean? Or I don't agree with that. I don't know. Some people won't agree with me, but some people will. And the people that will probably become their fans for life, because you're going places and you're doing stuff that's good for you. So Froggy is the next one. But you know what? Before we do, let's go over to Jack's Daily and get you guys some news. Let's have a little chat about this, because there's some stuff going on. Hey, Richie6, how you doing? I want to say hi to Peter as well. Peter, great to see you. Thanks for joining me. Also, Aladdin, nice to see you here. Thanks for joining me. You guys are so cool being here with me for the live show. And those of you catching this later, hi. It's really nice to have you here. So leave a comment. I will come and follow your channel when you do and check out your music and see what's going on. Great show. Thank you so much. All right, let's go talk about blockchain. How can I not talk about blockchain? If blockchain is in the news, I'm going to talk about it. Now, I've been talking about blockchain for quite some time, but never has it been so solidly in the music business. I mean, I knew it was going to be. I was hoping it was going to be, because, you know, we all need some way for additional revenue sources to stream through the music business. And I always feel like God giveth and God taketh away, you know, like as much as you get, you're going to lose some. And the things that you lose, let me turn this down a little bit. The things that you lose will probably be replaced with something else that's even better, you know? And thus we have blockchain. Whether it's going to be better long-term for everyone, I don't know. Right now it's better for people. Like some people are doing amazingly well with it. Some of them are already making sales in the millions of dollars, you know, using blockchain. But anyway, this is a story. Is blockchain the future of entertainment? Blockchain technology could have a direct impact on entertainment for years to come, especially after this year. I feel like the end of last year and this year, I've seen the most movement in the music industry. Now, I have other Daily Jacks episodes up about people who have already made millions of dollars through the blockchain and who are continuing to make big money through the blockchain. So you might want to go and check out the other episodes if you're really interested in this. Some of them are here on YouTube as well. I try to put up as many of the episodes as I can on YouTube, and I'll probably go and dive into maybe some back episodes and put those up too. But funding to blockchain doubled from 2017 to 2020. And actual spending is expected to reach $16 billion by 2023. I really do believe that, because people are just now starting to get into it. And it's so new that they haven't even discovered what it can really do yet. They're just kind of scratching the surface and doing what they know at this point. But it's going to get, like everything, it's going to be so much better and different, and it's going to expand. So I would believe that this is like at least a 5-year rotation, you know, so maybe I would definitely get into it. Would you invest in it? I don't know. I don't really know. I think I would more earn blockchain, like I would earn cryptocurrency instead of buying cryptocurrency. I would try to earn it first and get my feet wet doing that, and then try to take that money, like I'm a gambler, right? So like take that money and like roll it into the next investment, and like keep trying to double, you know, keep trying to double your money. I try to do that with a lot of things, especially that are like technology related, because you know there's always so much going on and always so many opportunities, and especially with investments and stuff. So I think it's really smart to try and like understand blockchain and understand what they're doing with the cryptocurrency and with regards to music first before you put money into it. So with that, You either do a trade with someone who already has cryptocurrency so that you don't have to put cash into it, or you earn it. And that means that you have to learn everything there is about it in order to earn it. So it will kind of keep you safe and it'll keep you educating so that you just don't dive in and waste a whole lot of money doing all the wrong things first, right? While the most visible changes thus far have been in the financial sector, from crowdfunding overhauls to decentralized finance, and those are apps these days, impacting loans and credit, insurance and assets trading. The infrastructure and security blockchains gaining popularity is set to have a lasting impact on the entertainment industry. Now, we pretty much know that. From the way content is produced, aggregated, distributed, and consumed to the relationship between content creators and their audience, blockchain technology could have a direct impact on entertainment for years to come. And he just repeated himself in this article. That's okay. We don't have to worry about it. Blockchain's potential impact on the entertainment industry is, let's see, the decentralization of global infrastructure is already underway. Yeah, it is. We're seeing the impact of finance. Yes, we are. The now entertainment executives are starting to identify how it can impact their business. Yes, they are. And larger labels, for instance, Snoop Dogg. I did a story on Snoop Dogg purchased the original label that launched his career, which is like a milestone, major milestone, right? And then he turned it into the first NFT label, and he put up NFTs and made like millions of dollars at like $5,000. I think it was $5,000 per sale, right? I was just read your daily post you have set on Twitter. Oh, you did? That's great. So I don't know that this story really tells us enough about blockchain. I'm probably going to ditch this one for Jack's Daily. I was kind of like disappointed because I feel like it's just kind of identifying some of the outside remarks. I was hoping it would dig more into some of the stories. It does talk a little bit about NFT film distribution platforms and things like that. So you could go read it. I don't love it for the Daily Jacks, and that's what I'm looking for, is looking for really good stories for the Daily Jacks. All right, so let's go back to song, and I will find you another good story. But still, on a whole, blockchain is something, if you're a musician, you should look into. Should you invest big time in it? No, not yet. I mean, if you have cryptocurrency and you have nothing to do with it, which is where we were at last year, people literally couldn't spend the money. I mean, they had like earned in different ways and done trades and stuff like that, and they just really didn't know what they were going to do with the money in the wallets. And a lot of people were losing their passwords and just losing all the money I mean, it was just a mess. It was like the wild, wild west. Anyway, there's tons of stories on that. But yeah, I would get my feet wet. I would get educated first. And like I said, don't put a lot of money into it until you really know what you're doing, because it's not necessary. So Stupid Heart is my next one to review by Froggy. Let's give it a listen.
I was old for my age. You were tall overnight, the tiger out of its cage. I fell into you, no one could have stopped me. Everything was a lie for you and I to live. Yeah, I felt what you felt, you were under my skin. I was made for you, baby, you were made for me. Rosemary, peaches that melt in my tongue. Bittersweet reasons I'll never be done.
like that song. I don't think it's got the power that the other one had, in comparison, which is hard because like I have to kind of judge them together but also judge them apart, right? Because you can't really like compare one songwriter to another necessarily because everybody's unique and individual. I do like this artist though. I've seen some of her songs or heard some of her songs before, and I do like what she has to offer. I like her vibe, and her consistency is really, really nice. I think it's a good song for our Chill Zone playlist though, so I'm going to go ahead and add it over there. It's just like, I think so far it's not my number one. My number one is definitely thus far is Hero, because that's the one that like really made the most impact on me, I think. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your view on it. Do you think they will change the whole world money one day to crypto? I don't know. Hard to think the banks would want that. I mean, I think that as far as I know, I think the banks were trying to stay out of cryptocurrency. Like they didn't want people to use the banks to cash in, but I don't know if that's changed. Did somebody tell me that PayPal allows you to change cryptocurrency, or there was like some kind of an ATM machine or something somewhere that allowed you to cash out cryptocurrency? Did somebody tell me that, or is that like just in a dream? Was I dreaming that? But I remember like for the longest time last year, I remember hearing so many people say, yeah, I have a ton of cryptocurrency, but I can't spend it. Like literally there's no way to convert it into dollars. But I don't know if that's changed. I would think somebody would come up with something that allowed that, right? That's the whole start of the whole world is crypto coins. It's the inflating from the dollar. Yeah, well, I even have to learn more about it. A way to bank's cause won't accept it because there's no fees or taxes. Ah, there you go. Yeah. So I think so, right? But I mean, why wouldn't it change? I don't know. Why wouldn't it change? All right, so let's look at another Jack's Daily, shall we? While we're here, this might be an interesting story. Let me bring it up. AWA founder and former U2 manager roll out digital tools to support DIY music creators. Ooh, doesn't that sound good? All right, let's go over to the story. And there you go. Look at that. Okay, so does anybody know who Kevin Bacon is? Does anybody know? Because he's in this story. All right, so Family and Music made a splash with its announcement last month about plans to help protect the revenue and rights of songwriters. Now it has unveiled a set of digital tools for music creators. Now, just for your information, I believe there are a lot of distributors that have similar tools, but not to do with cryptocurrency. So listen up. Alongside Family and Musicians founder and executive chairman, Juka, oh my God, Yaimnan, I think, he's finished. Finnish startup. I knew I was going to be bad at this today. I'm so tired. The Finnish startup has recruited some familiar names like Kevin Bacon and Tim Delaney. Very happy. Yes. Family and Music has now unveiled a new set of digital tools to aid songwriters. And aiding songwriters is all about 2022, that's for sure. Why? Because we have a huge amount of DIY creators. So I've talked about this quite often, that the DIY sector of music is enormous. I mean, it's so enormous that we get like 200 submissions a day. So there are so many submissions, I can't possibly listen to all of them. But I do try to listen to as many as I can. So what I do is I have a lot of people helping me. They go through the submissions, add some to the 100, but don't overwhelm the playlist too much. So some of the better songs are added to the 100. And occasionally when I have a chance during the day, if I have any off time, even when I'm out running and I do my exercise, I actually will put on some stuff that I'm interested in listening to keep pace, but then I'll also review some music, some new music that is on the playlist while I'm actually exercising during the day, because I take like a 1 or 2 hour run every single day to go work out. So the DIY sector is that large, and it just keeps growing, and that's why I have a job, to tell you the truth, because there's just so much need, and it's really, really interesting how many people don't like give DIY creators like the time of day or any kind of opportunities. You know, they wait until you get to like 1 million fans or 2 million fans where you can really write your own. You could stay right there and make money just like that. You know what I mean? And not have to go into the major music business. You could just stay right happy with your 1 million fans and make tons and tons of money. How? Oh, so many ways. So many ways. So in any case, the new set of digital tools will launch in spring. They include a sound title checker to avoid duplication. Now, I can see where that would be necessary. Not really necessary, but like for Hero, for instance. We all know there's another Mariah Carey song out with Hero. We know there's a lot of songs out there named Hero. So whether it's necessary to do title checks, I'm not really sure. Duplicate titles, it happens all the time. But airplay revenue monitoring for songwriters, that is definitely something that still is the wild, wild west. Because, I mean, even just recently, I placed a few songs on several radio stations. And every single year, there are unreported streams. So we're always checking. We're trying to find services that are more consistent and faster to report. There is always a lag, just so you know. And no matter what, I will double check that radio stations are playing the songs. They are, and yet I'll go and try to check it on the tracker, and it's not all reporting right away, 100%. Some artists get reported faster than others, and we can't figure out why. We don't know if it's maybe they're paying extra fees with their distributor to do it, or how they get that to work out. I really don't know. That's something that is within the system that is a flaw, a big flaw. And there are lots of companies that actually track, you know, royalties, that try and find out who's playing you on YouTube, who's playing you everywhere, and bringing in those royalties and making sure you get paid. Because, and I did an article on this before, there are millions of dollars out there every single year of unclaimed royalties for music, especially in the DIY sector. Mostly because a lot of people just don't want to pay for the service, but it's a service you definitely should pay for, no doubt. So they're going to do airplay revenue monitoring for songwriters and blockchain-based music rights security. Now, that is something interesting, and that's the main reason why I did this story, because that means that already we know there's a lot of fraud and copyright infringement going on the blockchain. And I would wonder if people on blockchain, and maybe you guys can answer this for me, can you sign up with a service that you use for YouTube, you know, like a sound service that supplies royalty-free music that you pay once for, and then you can use it on your YouTube channel for the duration? Can they use that if they have a membership in a cryptocurrency exchange? Like, are they allowed to add that royalty-free music to an image or graphic and sell it as an NFT? I'm wondering if there's any rules or regulations for that. You know, because like if you can put it on social media, if you have fair usage and you're paying monthly to have access to all those sound files, are you allowed to make NFTs with it and make money on it? That's what I'm curious about, because you can make money on YouTube with it. So where do they draw the line? Are you allowed to make money over and over on NFTs? And is that what they're talking about when they're talking? Is that one of the things they're looking for when they're doing blockchain-based music rights security? That's what I'm curious about. But like I said, music is still the wild, wild west because everything's changing on the internet. And so you've got to just really just stay in your lane and know exactly what you want to do and like try and test the other things. But like Peter said, Darcy Donovan is a friend of mine, and I'm going to go and check out her Twitter after this because I want to see what she's doing with blockchain. I'm interested. I haven't really checked back in with her in a little while. Online services take Bitcoins, but not a lot. Yeah, I know. I've actually had a lot of people ask if I would willingly take Bitcoin for my services, and to be honest with you, I'm not that big in cryptocurrency just yet, I mean, possibly, I just don't know. So, by the way, Jax, I asked someone to apply on your AVA info website. They have a great song releasing, and it's so cool. Nice. Thank you very much. For those of you who don't know, you can apply over at avaliveradio.info/airplay. Okay. That was a good chat. So, I really don't know. Never tried an NFT. Yeah, I don't know either. You have a great job for the indie stars and fans. Hi, Misty. Misty just came to give me a little kiss. Hi, Misty. Hi. For the indie stars and fans from your show, and for those musicians, cool music, tips, tricks, and info the best way. Thank you so much. I try to share some of the information that I know because, like I'm having these conversations with industry people all the time and I'm dealing with it constantly. So if there's anything I can do to shed some light on it, then certainly I want to use the show for that. And so don't hesitate to ask your questions because I do great with questions. Like usually can come up with a really good answer for something. Okay. Osasio, Osasioo, Osasio. Into You. Let's listen.
I am so into you, and I can't explain. And the thoughts that go on in my head, they make me say, I am so into you. And you can't deny that the plans I have for you, they make you smile. I am so into you, the things you do. I'm into you, the things you do. I'm into you. Play no games. Girl, tonight would be the night that I will state my case. I am so into you. Put your hands in mine. We can dance and laugh all night and stare at shooting stars. I am so into you, the things you do. I'm into you, the things you do. I'm into you. Oh, can't you see I'm into you? And we can run so far, far away. And we can have the life we always wanted. And we can run so far, far away. Baby, baby, we could have a good life. Oh, can't you see I'm into you?
Cool song. Actually, very simple song, right? Lyrically, but like so catchy. Nigerian born Canadian singer, songwriter, and guitarist from Edmonton, Alberta. Wow, cool. He's from Canada. Shortly after relocating to Canada, his love for music drove him into becoming a self-taught guitarist. Osasio, I think, right? He's involved in local church worship teams, lead singer, set the tone. He's really good. I love his vibe, you know, like he's got a big old smile and he's got really good, intonation in his voice. So he can take a simple song and really make it something really special. And he just takes something. It's like Sia, you know. I keep saying Sia because she's got a way of making everything rhyme. Everything works. It doesn't matter. It's like if you've ever watched her develop a song, the song is just, she puts the words together, but they don't necessarily have to rhyme because the way she sings them and the way she like brings it back around, it always works. She can pretty much make anything work, and that's what a songwriter is, a truly good songwriter does, you know. Yeah, he's got, and it's catchy, but it's got great lyrics, even though if you look, there's not a lot of lyrics. It's pretty much I'm so into you the whole time, and then there's like a couple of phrases and the rest is I'm so into you. But the beat is catchy, the vibe is catchy, the genre, like the mix is really nice. So yeah, definitely a win-win. I like that song a lot. I would listen to that often, easily on my playlist. All right, so should we do one more? One more Daily Jackson, then we will head on out. And I want to remind you guys that the Mike Friend video came out today, and it's fabulous. He looks terrific in it. He's playing guitar. It's really well done. It's so high quality. I cannot wait for you guys to see it. I would play it here, but it would mess up with the copyright infringement. So you will have to go and find it. It's Mike Friend. Breathe is the name of the song, and the video is out. It's also on our website right now at avaliveradio.info. So it's front and center for you guys to go check it out. Be sure to go check out the video. You will absolutely love it. Okay. One more story, one more song. This was our previous story, right? So here's one that is interesting. Well, I think it's interesting. It's called Car Thing. Have you heard of it? Has anybody? Oh no, my dog's like annoying. You know what? I'm gonna go rescue somebody. Hang on, and we're gonna play a song real quick. And oh my God, I didn't know that. I can't.
Senti, ti sembra video porno.
Hey. Yeah. Hey. I knew you wouldn't like a real man like me. I trusted you, but you didn't call me. Didn't take your number, I left you mine. Waiting you to test me, I made this mistake. You were never gonna love me. Hey, I made sure you had the choice. I knew it was the last kiss, but you went away. You were never gonna love me. Hey, I managed not to look needy. I knew it was the last kiss, but you went away. I became familiar too early, but it had to be like this. At the time, lived the memory, could have given you everything. Maybe it was the menstrual period, maybe it was that lick of wine, maybe it was too much mysterious, maybe it was the camping time. I know you're never gonna love me. Nobody else will fill the gap you made. Tasted you when everybody's watching. You allowed me to catch it. Want to reach things I can't see. Maybe I had to end right here. Didn't take your number, I left you mine. Waiting you to test me, I made this mistake. You were never gonna love me. Hey, I made sure you had the choice. I knew it was the last kiss, but you went away. last kiss, but you went away. You were never gonna love me, I made sure you had the choice. I knew it was the last kiss, but you went away. You were never gonna love me, I managed not to look needy. I knew it was the last kiss, but you went away. Don't know what we could do, don't know if you stay. Would have done everything not to let you go away.
All right, so that last one was, I know, they're here. The last one was Never Love Me by Exlo. I like the, I think he did a good job on it. I don't think he has found his sound yet, and I think it's got a little too much effect on the song. But at the same time, it's good for what it is. You know what I mean? But he had some tough competitors on the show today, for sure. I mean, I think my number one is Hero. My number two is Into You. I really like those two. Those were like my favorite ones. There were a lot of good songs. But don't forget, we opened with May May, Apple Boy. That was a really great song too, right? So, and then of course Struck had a great, it had a good song, but even a better story. So it's really, really hard. There were no bad songs. They were all good. It's just like some, I think, struck us more than others did. And for those of you watching the video right now, I have Sky sitting next to me. This is Sky. She is my beautiful 1-year-old husky. She's a Siberian husky, and she's just gorgeous. And Misty, come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Up, up. See if we can get Misty up here too. I know, I'm not going to give all the treats away. Look, she's getting all set. Misty's up, but she's not entirely up yet. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get her up here for you guys to see. So we're going to do a Daily Jacks in just a second before we go here. Come on, Mist. I just want, don't snap. Hey, sit. Sit. You know what? Just knock everything over. See them. Misty here. Misty just got underneath Sky. And she totally pushed her out. Aw, Sky. This is Misty. She is an 11-month-old Siberian Husky. So I have two of them. I know, sweet Sky. Sky and Misty. Come on, Sky. You can come up. Come on, Misty, look. It's okay. It's okay, Misty, come here. There's Sky. There, I got them both. There they are. You guys can see them. Right now, they are taking advantage of the fact that I am distracted. Okay, wait. 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 Want to see Misty's paw? This is cute. Misty, wait. Wait. Good girl. Wait. Paw? Ah! She's so sweet. Good girls. Misty's also a Siberian Husky, and she is gray and white. And Sky over here is black and white, and they both have these beautiful, beautiful blue eyes. Okay, there you are. Good girls. Good girls. They're sweethearts. Okay, so let's go over and do a Jack's Daily, shall we? Because I have to come out with at least one good one for the segment. And here we go. So this thing is called the car thing. Pretty interesting. Okay, so for Jack's Daily today, we're going to talk about Spotify. The $90 car thing. Where did they get that name? I have no idea. The car thing is a device now on sale publicly in the United States. Spotify's in-car hardware device. Now, I'm curious, why wouldn't we just use our phone? Because everybody has a phone, right? Are there a lot of people that have streaming issues or something? Is Spotify, do we need it? That's what I want to know. Is the Spotify car thing something we absolutely need? Sky's a showgirl. I don't know, right now. Right now, they're getting involved in all kinds of stuff they shouldn't be involved with. All right, so the Car Thing is an in-car listening device and player that features a dial to browse, select, play, and pause the content. So 4-inch touchscreen. I think it could be bigger because I think if you're in the car and it's only a 4-inch touchscreen, I think that that's kind of not big enough, right? Especially since the new Apple Pro Max is one of the most popular phones, and it's like, how big? I think it should be that big. 4 preset buttons for the shortcuts. I mean, keep in mind, an Apple Watch has shortcuts too, right? So, I don't know. That's like an all-in-one purchase, but $90 is the price point where a cell phone, although you can get Droid phones for around that, right? And you gotta think about what, $400 to $600 into an Apple Watch in order to get those features on your Apple Watch. So maybe a Car Thing, I don't know. In-car listening device. Yeah, player that features a dial. Here's the thing. If it's an in-car listening device, something it does that your phone won't do is possibly play through the car speakers. Although some cars have a USB port and some also have Bluetooth where you can play through the voice, through the speakers. And they have voice control, where this has voice control as well, but it's 4-inch touchscreen, 4 press buttons, shortcuts. Car Thing enables listeners to play music and podcast using Hey Spotify as the voice command, taps, turns, and swipes of the touchscreen, and scrolling using the built-in dial. So, I mean, my question to you before we go is this something that you think is worth getting? And is it something that's worth getting now after what's been happening with Spotify? You know, do you listen to enough podcasts? Do you listen to enough music on Spotify to actually want this thing in your car, as opposed to just having a great cell phone that always has it? All right. I leave that to you. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate you. And thank you so much for being here with us at Jack's Daily. This is our YouTube channel at AVA Live Radio, playing some music reviews. I'll be back again on Monday. Don't forget to look at all of the Jack's Dailies that are coming up on the YouTube channel, because we do launch a video every single day right here. Take care and lots of love from this husky mama. I'm going over to my Instagram next to go and do something fun on Instagram with the dogs.